So as we know, the media, particularly News Talk and OT, they kind of give you an idea of what's coming up before Christmas, 7 weeks before Christmas. They kind of give you an idea and they say, they throw out this theory, or they throw out something like, take for example, adjuvant testing in schools, to see what the public's reaction. They kind of test the water to see if it's boiling hot for the public absolutely tits up, or would they just sit down and accept it? The majority of the time, the Irish people really just lay down and just shut up and they don't say anything. They don't challenge anything. They don't challenge any narrative. They just kind of sit there and they just let things fly by. For anything for an easy life, as some people do say, which is not true really too. If you see something that's wrong, and you have to question things, because again, the people in charge, you can't go let them off with everything and not question them. If you didn't question them, they'll get too high in power. You have to question them thoroughly. So take for example Newstalk. I was watching the video there, and they already thrown out this idea. The Minister for Health and the journalists, the so-called journalists in this country, threw out the idea of Christmas parties. I know many businesses around Carver and things. They do Christmas parties. It's a tradition. Last year they couldn't have. The majority of the time, some of them had them online, with the houses and things like that. And then they turn. And then you look at again. OT is somebody to speak. Again, OT, I think, might have talked about them on the Weekend Politics or whatever. I think they talked about it, but there's some to speak. Remember last year, OT Gate, they had the nice little farewell party, and they were standing on the COVID signs saying to keep your distance. No such thing as masks, nothing like that. No such thing as that. No such thing as thaw. No masks, nothing like that. All there, didn't give a fuck. And then the next 10 seconds and then the next day they were able to say to us, to wear your mask, go here, go there, follow the rules and things like that. After floating everywhere that they mention and preach about every day of the week. And then don't even mention to me about Maria Gate, Catherine Sapone Gate, Catherine Sapone getting, wanted to go to the United Nations envoy, and then having a little party, with the Taoiseach and other members there. Taoiseach, sorry, not Taoiseach. We all know he has the trousers in this relationship. But again, we see that. It's just a big fuck you to everybody into the hotels and everything. Just a big fuck you. And we've seen Golfgate, perfect example. That exact day, they give orders to you and me on what we could do and what we can't do. And then they went off and had their jolly and didn't give a fuck about what went. Then the doorbell's open all the time. We all know the media won't cover it, but we all know it was all open all the time. The doorbell was open. But this is the thing. They throw these ideas out just to see what the public's reaction will be. And again, I hope the public's reaction would just be, blowing their finger, I suppose. When they're putting their finger into the water, to test the water, the public just bite back, and give them a sore finger. Because, again, everybody has, again, Ireland's vaccination rates are ridiculously high, 95%, nearly going on 95% now. What more to really what they want of people? As I said, if you take the vaccine, you take the 2 vaccines, you'll be safe. You can go anywhere. You can do this. You can go and achieve life, and there'll be no such thing as COVID restrictions. Again, that's all cock and bull story. We all know that. We see restrictions still now. It's just cock and bull story. But it doesn't make any sense. It really, really doesn't make any sense. But then this is this country. It just doesn't work logically. No, there's no logic in this republic. I wouldn't even call it a republic. The words don't even describe. I don't even think the banana republics or the Soviet republics back years ago. I think they made a bit more sense than this country. I think the Soviet Union actually made more sense than this country. That's communism, and communism is the pure evil. And that's what we're in. We're in a communist state. We have to be honest, we're a communist state. They're just too obsessed with control and saying what you can and what you can't do in your own businesses, in your own home. They're coming along and saying it's when they say Christmas, they'll be like, you can't bring grandpa or grandma to dinner for Christmas dinner, even though they were isolated for the last year. We just left them in the house. They're going to freeze to death because we put up the oil prices and we put up the heating bill and everything. We're great. We're the Green Party, don't you know it? And we'll be voted in next election. Again, shame on him and Ryan. Shame on them. It's particularly this year and even last year, particularly when people have hard hit. They're coming along and they're just like, fuck you. We're going to hit you again with a brick. Again, perfect example of this country. Just couldn't give anybody a break. It's pure evil. It's just pure evil. Let's be honest. This country is just a pure evil country. It's nonsensical. But again, I just say this, that the government would have the Christmas parties. The media would have the Christmas parties. There'd be nothing said about it. Wait till you see. But I say, I do say it should go ahead. If people, if they say the vaccination rate's very, very high and everything, and everybody's dandy and everything's what they said, because I'm going saying by what they said before, because they can't just take something back and then say, oh no, 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 that was what we said, that was wrong, because they did say that. And again, I go by what they said before, because they said if you take the vaccine, we'll be able to keep out of lockdowns and everything like that. So again, they can't have it two ways. They can't have it two ways, saying one thing and then saying the other thing. So, putting it straight, putting the quote straight, that business should have parties, Christmas parties. Let COVID go to fuck. People need to go out and enjoy themselves. It's been enough hurt and upset that's been caused. Let your workers and employers go out and have a bit of fun. Go out and have a bit of fun, because that's what we're lacking now in this country. It's just fun. People are just so depressed, so down of just listening to these gone beans in government and in the media talking absolute gone bean shite like you never came across before. But again, let them have fun. Let particularly young people too working in restaurants and things. Let them have a bit of fun. Let them have a bit of crack. But again, the Irish government won't. When you see to be like, we have to lock down the country for Christmas. It's just a disgrace. We can't trust the Irish people. More or less, that's what they're going to say to you and me. We can't trust them. We can't trust them with the lockdown of the country, even though they're over 18. A lot of members of the public can decide for themselves what they want to do and the risk that they're willing to take in going to a concert, whatever it be. They don't need Leo, Mihol, Stephen, especially Stephen and Norma Foley in the West Ham dumb beans. They don't need them coming and telling you, no, it's for the good of your health. But again, as one MP from Romania said, when did the government, I think it was Portugal, when did the government ever care about you and I, the peasants' health? When did they ever care about it? Look back in history, they never cared about people's health. A government, they never cared. They only cared about the aristocracy. They never cared about you and me, the only people. Just think about that.